None of this means anything. Like, what am I even doing, mate? You join me on a glorious summer's evening, midway through a run, to start the vlog off with a life update. Nothing has happened since the last video. I have stagnated and I'm fucking sick of it. And it's fine to fall out of your habits and stuff and get tired, and I have been tired. That's all fine. It's when you start feeling sorry for yourself, no, none of that shit. I started feeling sorry for myself, I was like, no, I gotta get up, I gotta get out of bed. Which is why I'm running, I don't run enough. So basically, the life update is, I need to get my arse in gear and start doing shit. I found myself thinking, I wish I was more like I was last year. That's pathetic. I should be getting better every year, not wishing that I was the same as I used to be. Look at that. Gorgeous. Impending summer, love it. So this is the start of another vlog. I don't know what it's going to entail, but I'm going to do shit. This is the time. Let's fucking go. Back on it with my meditation lately. It's a habit that I've had for maybe since I was 17, on and off, more seriously the past 3 years, but it wavers quite a lot. But I've gotten back into the routine of it lately, and I'm doing sort of between 10 and 30 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day, 1 minute a day is probably enough to make a bit of a difference. But I definitely notice when I do it more regularly, I'm just more aware of the way I'm thinking, and I'm more aware of my feelings, and also I'm sort of just more aware of other people. I feel like I get caught in my own head a lot. I feel it sounds stupid and it sounds airy fairy and hippie-ish, but I feel nicer to be around, you know what I mean? Which again, I guess if you don't meditate and you have all these preconceptions about meditation that are probably wrong, you'll think that sounds a bit woo-woo, but whatever, that's the case. I want to do a full video on meditation actually at some point, because I feel like it's a habit that people have a lot of preconceived notions about that are usually wrong. They sort of throw it in there with other sort of pseudo-spiritual mystic bullshit, but it isn't that at all, so I might do that video at some point. We're living in a time now where resources are so readily available for stuff. 40, 50, 60 years ago, you would have to know a meditation teacher to be able to learn about it. The resources you can get online and on YouTube and in books and stuff. But I feel like it'd be a waste to just not use it when it is a habit that actually I think genuinely does improve your mental health and just your life in general. So I'm going to put those resources to good use. We were just talking about how great it is that we've been together for 2.5 years and we still love each other. That's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
As I was saying, I think a lot of people do the whole oh, a relationship takes work, and if you really love someone, you put the work in and stuff like that, and it doesn't actually really take that much work. Definitely doesn't take effort. It shouldn't take effort, you just got to put some time into it. But if you arguing all the time, then it's not sound. You can be in a relationship and not argue. You're just dead in love.
So cringy. Also, where did those sunglasses come from?
I've had these sunglasses on for ages.
You haven't?
I have. I put them on when we were down there because it's bright.
Did you?
It's not sunny, but it's bright.
I'm sure I looked at your face 2 seconds ago and they weren't.
I've had these sunglasses on for time. I'm saying your love for me was cringe.
No.
Right, BRB, we're about to have our first argument. Okay, so I've bought some new stuff. Item number 1, Vibey trainers. It's a Vibey website in it. Should have been 80 something, got it for 45. Not normally a big trainer guy, but they are sick. Also, learnt my lesson from the last video. Bought myself some walking boots. What's the point in walking boots? I mean, I guess they've got ankle support, but is it just to stop your trainers getting knackered? Because they're not as cushioned as a lot of my pairs of trainers. I guess we'll see. We're going on a hike on Thursday, and Jack recommended that I have walking boots for it. Also, at some point, we do want to walk up Mount Snowdon, so I guess they'll come in handy at some point. And they were cheap, so can't go wrong. Can you ever be truly in a bad mood with an iced coffee when the sun's out? Probably, but it's less likely. Starbucks coffee is like offensive. I don't know if this is just me. I was saying this to someone the other day, and no matter like you kind of want coffee to taste a bit like shit. Like I go to Costa and I get like an iced Americano, and it's like, it tastes like coffee, but it's like, I don't know, it's just not strong. It's watery and it's fucking, it's sound, but it's not like it takes me ages to get through one of these, because you drink it and it just tastes like horrible, but in a nice way. I want to draw a graph, right, that's aligned between people who like coffee and people who like Marmite, because I feel like there will be some sort of correlation, surely. Just like people that like disgusting things, like this doesn't taste nice, does it? But it's good. Just on my way into work, thought I'd leave a bit early while it was nice and while I had the time. Done all my tasks for the day. Just stop off and get a little Starbucks on the way in. The work that I am currently doing, for anyone who hasn't seen the channel before, I'm an audio engineer by trade, I suppose. And currently I am the sound number one on a show called A Thong for Europe, which is as weird as it sounds, basically because Eurovision was in Liverpool this year. It's a show about it, but it's a big musical, man, and it sold really well. A lot of people come in, and I can't believe they're letting me mix it, because I'm not that good and not that experienced. I mean, I've done plays and I've done one musical before, and obviously I've done like band stuff, being a musician for however long. But it is mad that like we put on a show for like, you know, 1,000 people every night. Well, maybe not every night, several hundred people every night, 1,000 people of a weekend. This is the second to last week, and then I have a week off before I go onto a different show, doing a different job, which I'll explain more about at the time. And then I have, after that show, like most of the summer off, which is nice. Just because I kind of intend to get a different job. I don't know what that will be. I kind of want to get into doing more work as a musician, because that is what I am originally. But that's, you know, not as difficult as like trying to be a songwriter, which is something that I'm also trying to do, but definitely still difficult, and still quite unstable. So I'm kind of debating whether I want to stay in entertainment or not, because I kind of would like some stability, but I don't know what else I'd do, to be honest. I mean, I need something that's sort of creatively fulfilling to some degree if I'm going to put like all my time into it. I guess the highlight of this job that I'm currently doing is that you just do a show a night, or like 2 of a Saturday, and you have your days to do whatever else. You know, I can fucking do the band, I can do the podcast, I can make YouTube videos, I can do whatever. Fulfillment is what you want, really. I was just listening to a Q&A with someone then, and someone asked them like what are they constantly, I think the question was something like, what is your like constant goal in life or something, and they were sort of talking about happiness and stuff, and like happiness is obviously a goal, but happiness is just an emotion, you know, it's not like a destination. which I feel like a lot of people are clued onto now. Like, it feels basic to even say it. Whereas I think fulfillment is definitely more of a goal. Still difficult to achieve though, and I suppose fulfillment, a bit because of the way we acclimate as humans, even fulfillment can potentially have diminishing returns the longer you stay in the situation that is fulfilling you at the time. Factoring into the work job change equation type stuff is also like, I want to like travel, and like I know I travelled like last year in the sense that I went away a lot, and I kind of want to keep doing that a little bit, but I'm also debating like doing a bigger trip, you know, like a month or longer, but it's like I'd have to save up for that, and then it's also like being able to get that off whatever job I do have, whereas I guess now while I'm freelance I could conceivably do something like I'm doing now, where you work for a few months and then I'm taking like a month or two off, but I could just save up through the working period, and then in a month or two I could go to like Australia for a bit or whatever. So the duality was like, do I move out because me and Sean were going to live together, or do I spend my money on travel? And I could maybe do both if I knew what I was doing as a job, but because that like career element is still kind of up in the air, I'm thinking about what I want to do aside from this. I'm also trying to like make the music thing work. It's just not feasible, but it would be sick for me and Sean to get a gaff at some point. Oh, I haven't even done travel updates, man. So with Kate going on doing like just a day trip in and out in a day to Brussels in like a month, and then the start of August me and Abby are going to Paris for her birthday. Well, not I keep saying for her birthday, it's on her birthday, but she's like, it's not for my birthday. But yeah, we're staying not too far from Disney. I think we're gonna do like 2 days in Disney, 1 day in Paris, just because like she's been to Disney but she's never actually been into Paris, whereas I've been several times because it used to be my favourite city before I'd been to, you know, most other places. Nah, Paris is cool, man. I do like Paris, but it's just like, it's no Berlin, it's no Budapest, it's no Amsterdam. Right, it's getting on. I'm going to have to work. Catch you in a bit. One times bearded legend and 1 times non-bearded legend. The Barcelona boys are back at it again.
Bit of a different setting this time.
Yeah, where are we off?
We're off to Ambleside.
Lake District.
Copyright.
Copy, yes. Turn it down.
Yeah. On the long tour, a couple of miles in down the M6.
Couple of miles in, boys, off for a fight.
Off for a fucking fight, lads.
How long's this walk?
I think it's 2.5 hours.
Hefty walk. I'm in work later on as well. We'll catch you later with some scenes. Scenes that. For the shoulders on this Donny. What a fucking guy, mate.
He's got hops, man.
That silence is golden, mate. View number 1. We walked all the way down from up there to sit in that specific spot. Bastards. It's been commandeered. Tiny little lizard.
What's that fella's name, lad, the Scouser? Paul or something.
What fella? Oh, Pete Price. Jack was just telling me how he saw a snake here once.
Fuck that, innit? Just seen a snake.
Yeah, I didn't think you could get... I didn't think there were snakes in this country, like wild. Like, just out in the open.
The how.
The how. It's just come all the way up there.
I got all the way up there to go.
Not even at the top yet, there was what looked like a peak. And then after that there was another peak and another peak. And another one. So, is that the top? Is that the actual top? We're the only ones up here now. Unreal, mate. Any prime? That's crazy. I get dripped on. We're gonna get dripped on. Yeah. What a life to be a fly on a horse's back.
You can do stuff with them.
Simplicity. What?
You can do stuff with the horses. Horse around.
Horse around. That's horsing around. Round of applause. We were on a walk and we stopped off. A wall. What's Cheese doing?
Let's go to the big swing.
Big swing? Oh yeah, there's a big swing over there.
Shit! Babe! Babe! No! 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 Not that high! Jesus Christ!
Film yourself.
I thought I was gonna fall off. This is now not relaxing anymore.
This might be the last clip for this vlog. I don't really know what other footage I got. It's just been me having a nice time. Much in contrast to how the vlog started. I actually feel quite good now. I've sort of got back into my routines and my habits a little bit. Just felt more present. I mean, like I was saying in the clip about the meditation, I'm just a lot more aware of what's around me at the minute. A lot of what's around me is pretty good. I've just been sat looking out the window, watching the birds. I mean, I'll show you this nice view because there's a lot of trees around here. Just been observing nature a little bit. I feel like now that I've started to actually be a bit more present and feel generally a bit better. And again, I suppose while the weather's been nicer, I've been spending more time outside. I'm just really appreciating all the things that are around me. Like when we went on that hike the other day, like it was sick to be outside and sick to be like among the trees and in the fields and on the mountains. It was also great to be like around so many animals. Cool seeing all the sheep and the horses and the cows and the little lizards, and we saw tadpoles at one point and seeing the birds and stuff. It was really cool. I was saying this to Jack when we were on the hike. I was like, it's mad that like everything's living, like all these plants, all these trees, all these animals are just out here living in the same way that we're living. Obviously like trees and plants and stuff aren't sentient, but that's just cool because it means we're all here together. which is very hippie-ish and very... But that is the way of the world, and if I think about it like that, I get a deep appreciation for it, which is nice. Deep appreciation of it, should I say. I hope you've enjoyed watching me do not much, just fucking about. That's what these videos are now. I'm not travelling so much, just fucking about, just trying to have a good time, trying to feel nice. And you should do the same too. Get out there in a bit.
Thanks to Simon Golden Buzzer Unity and that automatically.
Those feels when your girlfriend's on the telly though. What the fuck?